Hey you guys, and welcome to the first of what is going to be many videos of the Doula Diaries series. So I've got some pretty exciting news. I already have my first client, which is a little bit overwhelming, a little bit crazy, you might say, since I don't have my training. I've only read 2 of the books that are recommended for my certification program, although I have read heaps amount of other books that weren't on the list, so I do have quite a good deal of knowledge. I also have a really good understanding of the birthing process since I have been there myself, and I have had a home birth midwife who was just really informative to me. In my pregnancies, I've just been somebody to ask a lot of questions, and I feel a lot of comfort in, knowledge. I really do feel like knowledge is power, so I just really informed myself during my pregnancies, and I think that's what really helped me get through my labors, which will hopefully help me assist my early clients. Basically what's going on is I had my interview on Saturday with the couple, and it all went so lovely. I had no idea that getting my first clients would be that early. So the reason for that being is I didn't even have a babysitter up until just a couple of days ago. I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if we were going to have chemistry, but luckily I do really feel like there is a very strong chemistry between me and the couple I'm going to be helping in their birth. I feel like we're going to make a really great team. They really like me, I really like them, and I think we all feel just so comfortable with each other. On Sunday, the very next day, I had my first meeting with them. I decided to schedule the appointment the very next day. Typically, when you get a doula, we provide a certain amount of services, and I set up a contract for them, and I am officially on call for them as of right now. So my services at this point include 2 home visits that are 90 minutes, where we go over birthing positions, relaxation techniques. We get to know each other a little bit further, and I get to know their home environment, because we'll probably be doing some of the birthing at home there in the beginning, and answer any further questions that they may have about the birth or hospital policies, which I do know a great deal about. This is going to be the first birth besides my own, and I actually was at my sister's birth, but I wasn't really that helpful during her birth. I wish I would have known everything that I know now. I could have been a much better laboring coach, when I visited my sister's birth, but I was basically just there kind of watching her do it at the time. Her birth was actually the first one I ever saw. So apart from my sister's birth, this will be the first birth that I will be to that isn't my own. So, and also I'm obviously going to have to be a lot more hands-on. And this is going to be the first time I see how things go in a German hospital. So I'm really interested to see how it unfolds. So it's really all very exciting, and I'm sure that probably the vast majority of the births that I do are probably going to be in the hospital, as that's where a lot of moms feel the most comfortable delivering. So yeah, I do 2 visits at their home, then I'm on call for them for the birth. Now, it looks like as though they are going to deliver a little bit earlier. Her doctor has her on bed rest. She is due June 1st. She's 35 weeks now, but it is looking like things could start in the next couple of weeks. As of right now, we're just really hoping that the baby stays in there until 37 weeks. But I am officially on call for them. Usually doulas are on call from about week 38 till 42, because we do need a little bit of flexibility. Like, we can't be on call for people like from 32 weeks on. It's just too complicated. Doulas have to put some sort of limit to their on-call period, because it is really intense. But because they're my first clients, I have decided to go ahead and be on call for them until May 25th, which she will most likely have the baby before May 25th, the way it's looking, because I'm going on holiday then, and she knows that, she's aware of that. And should I not make it to her birth for whatever reason, be it illness or something like that, they will get like 75% of their money back, which since I am a new doula and I don't have any experience, I'm only charging them for what it's going to cost me to pay for my babysitter, which is probably about 150 to 200 euros. So my services are essentially free right now, because I honestly don't feel comfortable charging them more. What if they don't end up liking my services because I'm a total newbie? It's just like they can't really be that upset with me if I don't charge, you know what I mean? Overall, they feel really comfortable with me entering their birthing space, which is the most important thing, and there is chemistry between us, and they're just like the loveliest people you would ever meet. So I'm really feeling lucky. I had no idea finding my first clients would be this easy, but everything just kind of clicked, and I feel like you know, though I feel like it's really overwhelming and I'm kind of studying like crazy right now, trying to prepare for her birth as much as I possibly can since I haven't had my training, I feel like the universe, it sent me this couple for a reason, and I'm just kind of rolling with it. We're all really excited about this journey that we're going to be experiencing together, and she actually really likes that I'm a new doula as well. Anyway, she thinks that it's going to be a little bit more organic, which I kind of agree. So I've definitely got my hands-on training that I was looking for. I didn't realize it was going to be that hands-on. We already had our first visitation at her house. I'm going to be visiting her again next Monday, and it went really, really good. Basically, we just answered a whole bunch of questions, and we went over, she wanted to ask me a few more things while she was making her birthing plan, because there was a few things that she wasn't really sure about, and I was just able to inform her, and then she was able to make her choice based on what she thinks, you know, based on the pros and the cons of each intervention and stuff like that. So I don't really think I should get into too much detail about their birth wishes and stuff. I don't really think that it's my place to share that kind of information. I don't really know. They actually do know about my YouTube channel because I just kind of word vomited it out. When I was at their house, they were talking about vloggers and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And then like subconsciously, because I was not really planning on telling them about my YouTube channel and stuff like that, I just like, bleh, it just came out. I was like, I'm a vlogger. And then they were like super excited about it though, luckily. I'm going to try not to word vomit my channel out anymore because I'm not really sure about how I feel about combining the two businesses together. I actually have my doula bag all packed, which will be a separate video. Now, I'm not really happy with my doula bag because I ordered it on eBay, and it's like a roller because I'm carrying just so much heavy stuff in there. It's not a very good like stick, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna end up probably getting a new one, but there will be a separate video for the doula bag. Yeah, so in terms of setting prices for the future, in Munich, most doulas charge around 800 to 1,000 euros. I don't know how it's gonna go. Probably after my training and after I've gotten some experience, I will probably end up charging around the same, so that couples are choosing us more for our chemistry and not so much because we're the lowest price range. Obviously, if you are in training like me, I don't really feel it's right to charge 800 euros or something like that. But once you've got experience and all that kind of stuff, I think it's a good idea to just, you know, really take into account what the doulas are charging in your area. And Munich is a very expensive city, and I have kids, they have kids that we have to pay for childcare for in order to actually be able to provide our doula work. And it's a hard job. Like, I am really, really surprised with how difficult being a doula it has been so far. The main issue is just the stress of knowing that you have enough babysitters and a backup babysitter and a backup doula, and trying to rearrange your calendar. You can't really go very far out of town, like on the weekends and stuff like that. So, you know, being on call for somebody is pretty full on, and I think that especially in a city like Munich, where honestly, a lot of couples do have a pretty decent income. If they don't, I'm willing to work with them and also set them up with doulas in training, but I will probably end up putting my price range around the same. And there really is such a market here for English-speaking people looking for English-speaking doulas. It's crazy. So the business is really thriving a lot already, and I couldn't be more pleased with how things are going. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's a lot more intense than I thought, but I really like that. I feel like this is the right field for me because I am so easily bored, and I absolutely love talking about birth, and I feel like this is going to be a job that's really going to stimulate my brain. It's really going to keep me interested and busy and wanting to do it over and over and over again, just because, like I said, I'm just really, really easily bored. Like, a typical office job just would not suit me, I think, at all. So I think this is a path that is going to be a good one for me to take. It's like I actually get to see people become parents. I get to see babies being born. It's just like, how could somebody get bored seeing that. I feel like I'm just gonna get so much amazing experience from it. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'm about to run out of room on my camera and I better go because there's actually one of my doula buddies is coming over and we are going to be working on a Romanian documentary about what birth is like in Romania, which is not really that great. So we're going to be educating people here in Munich. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this. I'm super busy. That's why there hasn't been that much vlogs. I have a new vlogging camera and hopefully I will get to vlogging some more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you next time.